Hey guys, GHZD here, back with another video. Today I am doing a top 10 list thing that I compiled together of all of my favorite things or aspects about Realm of the Mad God. I did something similar to this about annoying things in Realm. I had 20 of those back in the day. It did pretty well, so I thought I'll do a contrasting video to that one specifically. As per the last video, these are in no particular order and they are highly subjected to my opinions. If you have something that you like even more, comment it down below. I would love to hear and find out what you guys like about this game. And let's just get straight into it. Number 1, when you get a perfect rush and you make absolutely no wrong turns in an abyss or any sort of dungeon, it is such a good feeling because it made your time very efficient and it's definitely worthwhile. Even though it is very random, it can be modified to your skill, so if you get better at the game, you get more experience, you know which turns to take, and it does increase the likelihood of you making a perfect rush. But when you get that perfect rush, it is so good because it has saved you a bunch of time, and it means that you can get more pots at a faster rate. Number 2. Now, this aspect of the game, I don't really experience too much, and it's actually the accelerated progression in the game early on. So when you get a new character, you're a new account, you start getting gear at a really fast rate compared to that of when you are really high leveled. So if you start off a fresh level 1 paladin, let's say, you're going in the realms and you're grinding for loot, right? So you're trying to level up your character, that's the initial preference, but you'll also notice that you get an absolutely massive variety of items to quickly get your hands on. Even though they might not be good, it just gives you that sense of progression that you don't necessarily get when you've maxed out a character and you've got WC tops on it, because realistically the only way you can progress from that point is either new stuff coming out and then you're like, finally I can get something better on my character, or if you get UTs, which we all know aren't as easy to get and can take a lot longer. I really enjoy that aspect of the game, and it really does make me feel really good when I've died on a character and I just start the initial leveling process and you start getting that really quick progressive stage. I reckon it's going to be one of those things that a lot of new players really find enjoyable about the game and is what really kind of clicks the addiction in this game. You start playing, you make early progression really quickly, and it just gets you hooked. Number 3, when you get symmetrical fame. This is just something I like a lot, and it's just satisfying, you know? You've worked hard, you've got a lot of fame, and then it becomes symmetrical randomly, and then you're like, oh, well, isn't that just nifty? Number 4. Now, one of the most fundamental aspects of Realm of the Mad God is RNG. If you don't know what that is, it's random number generation, and it basically forms the baseline for what everything about this game is about. So that includes the way dungeons are procedurally generated, it includes the drop rates or drop types from enemies, or even the chance of getting drops, enemy spawn locations, amount of enemies spawned. There is a large aspect to this game that is RNG. Even though a lot of other stuff isn't necessarily RNG, a lot of stuff is. And that aspect of the game honestly makes my time playing it that much more fun, because sometimes you don't know what you're gonna get. So you could be doing a bunch of abysses and you might get like very few really hard enemies, and then all of a sudden you'll get one that completely throws you off your game. You get lava everywhere, you've got brutes in every single room, and you're just like, what the hell is going on with this abyss? And that aspect makes the game that much more playable for me, and I absolutely love it. Number 5, the anticipation of not knowing what you're going to get from the boss. Even though you know sort of what you can get, the fact that you might not get it or you might get it is what gives the game that much more oomph when you're doing a boss. If you are grinding for a plague poison in a cemetery, it's a very rare item, I'm pretty sure we can all agree on that. But if you were to get it, your heart sinks, you get a rush of adrenaline, you're hyped up, you get that immense just satisfaction and happiness in that split second. And that is honestly one of the best feelings you can get whilst playing this game. Getting something that you've been wanting for a very long time, you've never had, or it's just something that you've been grinding for. That factor is honestly so cool. Number 6. Now, I really do like this aspect. Ever since they introduced skins into the game, where you can customize the look of your character based on a little consumable, It just adds that extra diversity and variability in your customization of the game. When you equip a new skin, you get that excitement. You want to play the character. You get a new skin, you've just bought it, you've saved up for a while, and you finally get it, and you equip it. You just want to play on that class, and you just want to go around and just admire the skin that you got, right? If you haven't got any skins, it's definitely something to look forward to, and it's definitely worthwhile because they are permanent once you've unlocked them. And that right there is easily one of my favorite things about Realm. Number 7. Now this might not apply to all of you. If not, it's definitely something to look forward to and enjoy when it happens. But it's when you get 3 out of 3 from a Tomb of the Ancients. Now if you don't know what that means, it's basically when you get a life potion from each of the 3 bosses in a tomb. When that happens, you've basically got the most profit out of that dungeon, and it's just really satisfying. And because life is actually harder to get than most other pots, it is definitely a very good thing because you've made a lot of profit, and it definitely made the tomb worthwhile. Number 8. Now this definitely would not be a top 10 most awesome things about Realm if I did not include getting white bags, especially white bags that you have been looking for or hunting for a very long time. If you have not had a white bag so far, don't worry, you will get one eventually. Just keep playing and grinding out. It is an awesome feeling, and when you do get it, it just makes you so happy, and it makes all that grinding worthwhile. Number 9. Now this is something I haven't experienced for quite a goddamn while now. Ever since I got my white star, it basically cut this off for me. But it's when you rank up in stars. So if you're a really new player and you've got the light blue star, slowly progressing your way up in the star ranks is awesome. Like, it really is a cool feeling. You get to the light blue star, and then you progress, you get to that dark blue star, it looks a little bit cooler, then you get the red, then you get the orange, then you get the yellow, and then the white star. Every time you get a new star, it just makes you that much more satisfied with the gameplay, and it shows the progression, and it shows it to a public audience, and that is really cool. Number 10. When you get a great roll on a character, and I'm talking about the 25 pluses on characters, right? So this is good. I love getting rolls on characters because it means I don't have to drink as much life in this game, and it means I can save the life for something that I would rather be spending it on. Hey guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, a like, comment, subscribe for more. Don't forget to comment anything that you find even more enjoyable in the comment section below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.